Greetings, friends. My name is Jim Orbe, and welcome to Pathways of Hope. Today is the first day of November, and it's the Solemnity of All Saints' Day. Our gospel reading for today is taken from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 1 to 12. Let me read the gospel. Seeing the crowds, he went up on the mountain, and when he sat down, his disciples came to him. And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when men revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For so men persecuted the prophets who were before you. Friends, the gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus proclaims the Beatitudes, a radical vision of happiness and holiness that turns the world, the values of the world, upside down. True blessedness, he teaches, is not found in power, comfort, or success, but in the humble, the merciful, the pure-hearted, all those who suffer for righteousness. This passage, friends, is a blueprint of sainthood. The saints we honor on All Saints' Day are living witnesses that these words are not impossible ideals, but attainable realities through God's grace. They show that holiness is not about perfection, but about faithfulness, about letting God's love shape our attitudes, our desires, and responses in everyday life. And as we observe the solemnity of the All Saints' Day today, this reminds us that holiness is not reserved for a few, but is a universal call. Each of us is invited to live the Beatitudes in our own circumstances, whether as students, parents, workers, or even leaders. And when we do so, we join the great communion of saints, reflecting God's light in the world that longs for hope and peace. So as we read and reflect this gospel for today, try to think of these questions. Which beatitude speaks most to your current situation? And how might God be inviting you to live it out more deeply? And how can you reflect the joy and mercy of the saints in your ordinary daily life, becoming a living beatitude to others? May this day be filled with grace as you read and reflect the good news of our salvation. God bless you.